Hello and welcome everyone to this week's episode of Mondays in Exandria, an adventure in Iman. Boy oh boy are some of our characters stressed. It's fine, everything's fine. The good news is, somehow our characters are possibly in a better situation than the real world right now. So, you know, there's that. So let's all go around and let's say who we are, who we're playing, for tonight, because it's good to have a good distraction. That is D&D. So I'm Lindy, and I will be playing at Wendell Eustace Abernathy, Lucius Throckwaddle Hossenpfeffer IV of the Havisham Hossenpfeffers, a nobleman, a warlock, a little smug, and very, 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 very single. He has a manservant named Igor. Let's go over to him next. Shiny Pilot, how are you?
Oh, hello. I'm doing pretty good as Igor. Tired of allergies, but ready to play. Yeah, let's have some fun.
And you're a... what?
Oh, I forgot to mention I'm a half-orc butler who's a hunchback, and I'm also very intelligent.
And a barbarian. Yes, that's where the high intelligence comes in. Speaking of high intelligence, we've got a wizard, D20 coup de grace. How are you?
Yes, that is me. I will be playing Harlan Flipcloak. He's a hobgoblin diviner. And, yeah, I'm ready to take the boat out of here.
Excellent. Yeah, I'm sure we're gonna get on a boat today. That'd be fine. Nothing bad will happen. Nothing, but speaking of nothing bad ever happening, we have Nuggetosaurus.
Hi. Hi, I'm Nuggetosaurus. I'm going to be playing Hal, the Shifter Fighter, who has a cursed dagger in one boot and a broken wand of fireballs in the other. So we'll see how this goes.
I'm sure it'll be fine. Yeah, someone who just does things and then sees how they go would be producer Travis. How are you?
Yeah, that's pretty much how it works. Hey, I'm producer Trav. I'm playing Lamont Quinlan, the Kalishtar rogue, but before he was violently murdered on another plane along with his family, he was artificer, and he's exploring that. And, it's going to be a bright, bright, sun-shining day. I'm pumped. I'm jazzed. Let's get it on.
All right. Someone who's jazzed about tonight's episode and is just gleeful about our predicament, potentially, will be our dungeon master for this evening. Deception check. How are you?
Hey, I am gleeful because all of the little threads and all of the terrible things I have created to give to each and every one of you have now come together, and it's the culmination of weeks upon weeks of just pulling strings and hoping you guys would do the right thing, and then gleefully laughing when you don't do the right thing.
When have we ever done the right thing?
Okay, so whenever you never do the right thing, it always works out great. And so, yes, I'm at Deception Check. I DM this wonderful game called Mondays in Exandria, an adventure in Iman. It's based on Matt Mercer's Tal'Dorei campaign guide, Waterdeep Dragon Heist from Wizard of the Coast, and the DM Guild supplement Dragon Heist Forgotten Tales. It's fun. It's an amalgamation of all the best parts of all of those things and each and every one of these fine people's characters. Last week, we had a bit of an adventure in a graveyard. We had a large number of illithid come through a planar tear made by a wizard and his elder brain friend on the command of Wendell Hossenpfeffer's patron in order to resurrect Nikolai Yates's dead wife upon the signing of his soul away to a contract that looks a lot like the Apple terms of service.
It looks eerily similar, but certain words changed. It's almost like it's more binding than a lot of other contracts I could find online.
I think so. And with that, a great demonstration of power was given to the surrounding area, as well as a wizard named Bernarvin who's been looking for these fine adventurers. He made himself known after the ritual was done and the illithids disappeared, gave the group quite a reasonable offer, I would think, really. Give me the stone or die. Well, give me the stone and I give you 500,000 gold, or don't give me the stone and I kill you. I think that's a fair choice. I mean, as things go, but the players weren't too happy with that. And
Such a
so
nice stone.
on their way back home, Lamont and Howell had a discussion about how each of them are sick of the way the other ones are acting. And there was a bit of an epiphany. The dagger was taken away from Lamont, as were a lot of his aggressive tendencies. And now we find ourselves walking back in the dead of night, heading back to the inn, with a man in white and grays standing off in the shadows watching you guys walk away. So we're going to start with a moment with Wendell.
Yes.
Wendell, you're walking along with Igor and Harlan beside you. You hear in the back of your mind, or at least feel in the back of your mind, the presence of your patron. What was that?
Which part specifically? And he's responding mentally because
Right, this is in his head.
he doesn't want to look like a lunatic in front of Harlan.
I felt like there was another expenditure of power near where we did the ritual. I believe that went well, correct?
Oh, splendidly, Nikolai. Couldn't be more pleased.
Yes, I have my copy of the paperwork. Thank you very much.
Good.
Great plans for that one.
Wonderful. Yes, remember that Bernarvin fellow, the arch-wizard of the Myriad in the other continent?
No, right.
Yes.
Well,
He found us. Because there was a spike of power in the area.
Oh,
Yes.
you're still alive.
Yes, mostly due to the fact that he seemed a bit, curious? I don't think impressed is the right word. Curious, as he witnessed your marvelous display of, power.
He wasn't impressed.
It's hard to say. He's a difficult one to read.
I mean, I felt like he was impressive.
It was extraordinarily impressive.
I mean, think of the powers that I had to command through which my minions did their work. I mean,
Yes.
What else do you have to do these days to try and get someone to be impressed with a bit of world-shaking power?
Arch-wizards, they think very highly of themselves,
But you need to kill him now, because I can't have this sort of thing. He needed to be in awe of my power.
He may have been a little impressed. He was hiding it very well if he was. I don't know. He was difficult to read, mostly because he was like, give me the Stone of Galore or die.
I feel like you're taking his side in this. I mean, whose side are you on right now?
I'm definitely on your side. I just doubt my current capabilities of arch-wizard murdery at this present moment.
Well,
I've only been in the murdery business for, the recent bit of time.
I've had a bit of a conversation with the stone, with Galore.
Yes.
You cannot give him the stone.
Right.
I'll have Galore explain it to you.
Please.
When he's done screaming at me.
Right.
About this entire situation. Look, just understand. Galore is a hero to our kind.
Yes, of course.
Its sacrifice is one of the reasons why we still exist in this particular area. And it's not like my people to sacrifice at all, if you know what I mean.
Yes, so it would seem.
I mean, you understand that. You would not sacrifice yourself for anyone. I mean,
No.
it's a waste of power when you do that sort of thing. And while I can't understand it, I reasons that you're probably thinking of.
Right. So. Cool.
I mean, well, I'll put it to you this way. I would prefer you did not give up the stone. But I also would prefer not losing a valuable asset such as yourself. So if you must give up the stone, I expect you to double-cross him in some way which is beneficial to me.
Right, and retrieve the stone at a later date.
Well, it's possible if you give up the stone, there may not be a later date to retrieve it
Oh,
from.
no.
But that's just
Right, okay.
I
Any
might be
tips
exaggerating
on gold
slightly.
dragon negotiations, then?
Not had a lot of experience with gold dragons per se, but I will say this: the metallics are genuinely good.
Yes,
If you
I've
can understand
heard.
that aspect.
I've heard such, yes.
They also don't like being lied to.
Right.
They like to believe what they do for the right reasons. They're not
Yeah.
very manipulative. They don't like being manipulated.
Master, do you have a headache? Igor says.
Yeah, Wendell's
sorry,
definitely
okay.
making like a face.
Yeah, seeing the squinting and
There's
the moving
probably
of the
like a
faces.
vein going.
Yeah.
It's I'm fine, Igor. I'm just doing some heavy thinking.
They look like it's hurting. I wouldn't think too hard, Master.
And Wendell's just
So, understand
Turning around
this.
again.
From what I understand of the entire situation,
yes.
is that this particular money that you're looking to gain,
Yeah.
which will help you further the prism of power and my
Greatly.
stature in your realm,
Yes.
was stolen from the city of Amon. Correct?
Yeah. Yes. I believe it was. I'd forgotten that.
So if the dragon, to learn that the money it is protecting in its hoard, because any money near a dragon is always in its hoard, whether you like it or not.
Yes.
So don't leave your purses at home. He will claim it immediately.
Right.
But if it thinks or learns that this money has been stolen, perhaps you can negotiate with him.
that is
in
a
that
good
way.
idea. You are
That-
ever benevolent.
No, stop buttering me up. I've had a rough day now. I thought I gave a pretty good performance.
No, it was
power.
magnificent. You know, I'm fairly certain Harlan and Lamont were quite impressed.
Do you think we can convert both of them?
At least one, I believe. I'm working on Lamont. He's a
I
bit
really
crazier.
I really like the bloodthirstiness of Lamont.
Does have some interesting tendencies.
Yes, I like that bloodthirstiness. I like that the fact that he can fly off the handle from time to time. It makes it exciting. You can't really predict someone like that.
You can't.
No, it's good. I like that you have him around. Harlan, on the other hand, his intelligence could be beneficial, but I don't know that we could sell him exactly. He seems.
He's a bit. He has his own quest, I believe. Maybe
I think he's already been in a cult. It feels like he's,
Oh.
when someone survives a group like ours and then is out on their own, they aren't as easily transferred.
Mm,
They can't be converted.
I see. Yes.
I don't know.
Bad
But-
experience.
all right. Well, my night's ruined now. I really thought I did a good job with
It
that
was
particular
brilliant.
thing.
You know, I'm sure that all of the local, there's a big wizard's tower nearby. I'm sure they saw something, and they're going to be questioning for days, if not weeks, as to
All
what.
right. Well, that makes me
that
feel a little bit
display
better.
was.
But yeah, I really put a lot into it, and I'm going to go talk to Vint. He's always got a good, nice thing to say. And you go about your business. Stay alive.
Will do my best.
And then you feel the presence back away, and you just you hear like an agitated, like almost screaming from the other, as it's still
from
trying
Galore?
to communicate with,
Uh-huh.
it's from Galore, as it's still trying to communicate with your patron,
Uh-huh.
but kind of using you as a conduit, but kind of like in the back. Yeah. You're going to have a headache.
Harlan?
Hmm.
We need to act tonight.
Night.
Yes. And then we need to leave.
Hmm. We still have preparations to make. What time is it?
It's a little like 12:15, maybe? Because it happened at midnight, and I imagine we've been walking for probably about 10 minutes.
We need some way of holding the gold.
I'll talk to Rick, and I'm sure they have something.
Master,
Yes.
what about a bag of holding? Could we stick
It
all
won't
the stuff
hold
in?
all of it, Igor.
Oh, are you sure? I mean, we haven't
Yes,
tested
there's
its
too much of
limits.
it, Igor. I know we
But-
haven't tested the capabilities and the full limits of it, but I'm going to play it on the safe side and assume that it won't hold all of it.
What if we got 2 bags?
That might work. Every backpack, pocket, cargo pants, large set of boots you have, when we get back to the inn, put them on.
That's a great idea, Master. I shall wear everything.
Yes, wear everything with any pockets. Just in case.
Perfect. This will solve all our
It's
problems.
foolproof. Yes.
Where did Hal go off to?
I think Lamont was being Lamont back there, and she's bringing him up behind.
About
I
this
can
time,
message
both
her
Lamont
if they're not back
and
at
Hal
base.
catch up.
Oh, there you are.
Hey.
Yeah,
Yes,
how's it going?
I think we're going to be moving tonight.
Yes.
Moving?
On the bank.
We're going to be taking all the money.
Why?
I want you to say that to them.
Sweet.
Why not?
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, do
Yeah.
you want to give that man what he wants? Do you want him to move into this town and basically be in charge? You want him to have that as his stronghold?
No, I don't. But I also thought our plan was to, like, pitch the two parts of the Thieves Guild against each other.
Well,
and-
that was before Benarvin showed up.
Alright, I guess.
Do you guys have clothes with lots of pockets?
And theoretically, we could still do a little pitching. I have, I'll pull out the letters that show the myriad involvement here and stuff. We could at least maybe harry Benarvin a little bit.
First you get the money, then
Yes.
you get the power.
First we get the money and then we leave.
First, we
Yeah,
need
about that. You know, I've been thinking about that. I'm getting more and more open to that idea. You know, someplace quiet, someplace I can put my feet up for a while, figure out what to do with my, riches at that point.
Yes, somewhere far away from here you can do that.
Someplace with a, like a daiquiri.
Sure.
Something I can put my feet up on.
Why not?
We'll go to one of those hotels where they just give you a hug for like 6 hours.
What?
To what kind of a hotel?
Heard about them. You can just go there and just hug people. Just get somebody to hug you. I don't need a hug that bad, but it's just fun to think about, vacations.
I don't
Anyway,
think it's hugging that
Yeah,
they're doing,
I don't think
Lamont.
that's what it's. Were there children in the room present when they were talking about this hotel?
No.
no,
No.
God, no. I mean, I thought it might be intercourse, but I think it's just cuddling. But it's not the point. It's not the point. We're gonna take first. You take the bank, you get the stuff,
Yes.
and then we get out. We blow town, which
Yes.
makes sense. Let the
Mhm.
whole thing,
Yes.
cool off, blow
Mhm.
over, take the
Yes.
heat off of us. I got a whole thing. Got lots of projects.
You can do whatever you want
Projects.
after the bank and after we leave.
I'm down. Hal, thoughts, questions, comments, concerns?
I
Everyone
have
get
lots of concerns, not a lot of questions,
yes.
no
Well,
comments.
that's I think that's anything we do at this point. So
Why are you yelling at me?
Make sure you put on clothes with
with
lots
pockets,
of pockets.
lots of pockets.
These are the only clothes I've got. So
Right.
Pretty strongly about this pockets thing. How about a backpack?
A
or
backpacks
like
work great
duffel bag?
too. Yes, we can get some backpacks. Some
Satchel.
large satchels.
just point me where to go, I guess.
Okay. Well,
Down the front of my pants.
We'll make our way back to the
It only
grace.
holds so much, Lamont.
And not much room in there.
Right. Anyways,
What?
we
Keeping
back at
things
the
light,
inn.
having some fun. Yeah, there's
By
such
this-
a hard case, such a bunch of downers.
By this point, you've made it back to the inn. It's quieted down some. There's only a few, hardcore drinkers hanging out, couples talking quietly over a candle in the darkened corners of the dining area. You see Roger Roget cleaning the bar, and Reagan standing by the private dining area, kind of looking on with anticipation.
I go straight to Reagan and mini meeting in the dining room. Reagan,
Of course, sir.
please
Yes.
come inside the dining room with us for a moment.
Oh, is everything all right?
Yes, I have a few questions for you and a couple of things to tell you.
Oh, well, of course. I lead on, please. And he opens
Yes.
the door and waits for
All right.
everyone to go in. Yes,
right.
everyone's in.
Yes.
Oh,
You
good
muted,
question.
Travis.
What?
Thank you, Rashford. What was your name?
Reagan.
Reagan.
Yes, sir.
I remember you.
How was the headache powder? Did it help?
Oh, you gave me the. Yeah. I feel great.
Oh, excellent.
Feel
Reagan.
great.
Glad to have. Yes, sir.
Do we have in this establishment, or by means of very last minute procurement, any containers that can hold a lot more and weigh a lot less? Like this, and I'll pull out the satchel of carrying, and I'll pull out a baguette.
He takes a look at it.
Igor reaches for the baguette.
Smack him.
Do you mind if I, sir, please? I think I know where you're going with this, and I need to just. May I hold your bag?
Yes. But I think it's just food in it mostly right now.
He puts his
anyway.
hand into it,
Food.
and he drops his hand all the way like up to the elbow,
Mm-hmm.
and it goes like, all right.
Or any similar things? I've heard of a
Um,
portable hole.
well, we do. Our organization
Yes.
is known to use such magical implements in order
Yes.
to elicit quick and accurate removal of found items.
Yes.
Yes, I believe I might be able to come up with a few things that you could need. Do you know exactly how, some options are more unwieldy at times than others. Do you know what you'll be procuring?
We're going to have many found items.
Many very small found items.
Ah,
Very much like money.
Like
yes. Thank you, Igor. I believe I understand.
like
Um,
10,000 pounds of found items.
His eyes get really wide. Yes, please say no more for my own safety and yours. I understand. I've been briefed on what
A lot of copper.
our organization is. Have you considered the last missive I passed along to you? I have sent back your concerns to
Yes,
our
I
mutual
have
friends.
more information about that, which we would be very willing to exchange in return for items of carrying. And perhaps it's about the myriad.
Right, you were supposed to provide me with
And I'll pull out some papers.
proof. All right, what do those papers say?
They are the letters that we found in the what's the name? Howell's girlfriend's parents' house?
The Wasserins?
Wasserins, yes.
Wasserin Manor?
Mm-hmm. Yes, like the parchment in the guest bedroom
Mm-hmm.
and parchment looks recent, I think. No. Oh, parchment in guest bedroom. Yeah, those two, because those mention the myriad and have some information. And in addition to that, Bernavin himself is in town presently, and most likely will be for the next 24 hours.
Benarvin.
Oh, one of the leaders of the myriad.
I'm
wizard.
I mean, we don't have a lot of contact with them per se, but I don't know myself. But perhaps
They want a base of operations here. They basically want to need all members of the clasp, and he's in the same cult that our dear previous owner, that Mr. Zilliger, is in. But they're a bit at odds.
Oh, interesting.
Yes.
Do you mind if I take these?
Yeah, Wendell has copies of what they say, so.
It may be a short while. When do you need these items?
Tonight would be fantastic. You know.
Short notice.
Now, yes. The sooner the better. ASAP.
Are there
I
any other?
The acronym.
Is there any other support? As you know, as I mentioned, our mutual friend who has made these offers is currently not able to come on his own.
Yes. Yes.
Well, do
the
the rest of your group
looking
know?
to move in very soon, so you know this.
Right, that would put the class between the Myriad and Bilby.
Yes.
Which is a problem. Right. Well, I'll be back as soon as I can. I will either be bringing back good news or I'll be tendering my resignation and leaving town, I think.
Well, if you're leaving town, you can come with us.
Oh, really? Where are you planning on going?
Anywhere but here.
The beach.
All right. I'll see what I can do. I'll rush back as quick as I can. Apologies. I can't make these choices on my own, but
yes.
I must.
Reagan, would you please write your name in my book? I can contact you this way.
Oh, all right.
Yes.
Like he's looking very strangely at it. He sees the other names in.
Yeah,
It's
he'll
like,
just see
did I
Harlan, Lamont, Hal.
Did I just sign my soul away for something?
No, that's a completely different contract. This is just so I can cast sending, I believe, the spell. You know.
Of course. Well, if you must have this information and items soon, I must leave.
Yes.
He turns and just walks right out.
All right. I'll slam down my picture of the premises and the grounds. Lamont, okay, we cannot go through the front door. We will be incinerated. Just incinerated. It's very messy. They'll be scraping us off the floor for days. It's very bad. All of the security systems are automated at night. No one's there at night. I was able to get some information. There's also a key to some other part of the establishment inside the main secretary's desk, the accountant's desk. I know where it is. Obtain that. So what I'm thinking is we go through that second story window into. I hope we don't fall prey to any of the automatic systems. Maybe detecting magic, if whenever possible. Keeping our eyes out, because it sounds very magical. Perhaps mechanical contraptions as well. You're more familiar with those, Hal and Lamont, than I. And then we work our way downstairs.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm
sure
got
there's
some
more
experience as a second story man. I think.
Yes. You'll have to climb up first, and then let us a rope or something with which we can follow.
Yeah, I'm gonna need 50 feet of rope.
I have some. Comes stashed in a
What are we going
explorer's
to do
pack.
to encounter this dragon?
Well, it's a gold
Good question.
dragon, yes.
Yes.
And this gold that Mr. Siffer, he had stolen it from the city of Iman, yes?
He did.
Yes, he did. I'd almost forgotten, and then came to the front of my mind. Gold, chromatic dragons. Yeah, no, metallic dragons, pardon me. They're all goody two-shoes and whatnot, so if we are able to convince him that it's stolen gold, he might relinquish it to us, very good friends of Mr. Siffer, for liberation to the city of Iman. And then we leave.
What would keep him from just dumping it all over the city?
Or giving it to a council member.
Right. we should try to use as little subterfuge as possible, because I hear golds hate that. So we could either...
So we just walk in.
Yes, we go, you have a bunch of stolen gold. Do you have any paperwork to prove something?
How's
Are
it
we
going?
gonna forge being... What city of the mod gold inspectors?
Yes,
This gold was stolen.
this gold was stolen. Very good friends of Mr. Siffer. I still have two uses of legend lore. We could get the exact amount that was stolen. There's like newspaper articles and stuff on it, I think. Where can we get copies of newspaper articles at this hour? Maybe the Temple of Inspired Hands? They have a library.
They're planning on going back there anyways.
Perhaps. We have to wait for Reagan to get things, so we're never going to be able to carry it out. I mean, why would he inconvenience himself by leaving the rest of his horde unprotected and vulnerable when he could just give it to entrust it to us?
There's a quiet
Honestly.
knock on the private room door. You look out and you don't see anyone. Then you look down and you see one of the serving girls, a little halfling, blonde. You know her name is Myrna.
Myrna, yes.
I'm sorry to interrupt.
Oh, fine.
Reagan said that you might still need some assistance this evening, as you were planning on working late into the
Yes,
night.
yes,
And since
thank
I'm working this evening, I was going to be going home, but now I'm staying late, so I thought I'd help. Is there anything that you need? Drinks, food?
Yes, some food and drinks would be wonderful. Wendell's hungry again.
Yeah,
Of course.
like
Just
a last meal type of thing.
Like, yes, if it was the last meal you were ever going to eat, kind of meal. Really good food.
I will ask the cooking staff to stay a little later then. Is there anything else?
Not at present.
Is there anything I can get for you? Any questions about?
Wait! Yeah.
To
Do we
go
have
for-
any newspapers on file stored away anywhere? Like, gazettes.
There are broadsheets.
Yes. Do we have any here from? And he'll
I
say
can-
like the time frame.
I can check Master Ronat's office.
Please. Specifically, any pertaining to Mr. Siffer Senior. That whole debacle a while back.
Oh, that's quite some time ago. I don't know. That's almost 10 years ago.
No.
It's just after the fall of the Chroma Conclave. Yeah, I'll go look now. I'll
Thank
place your order and then I'll check.
Yes. Wonderful.
Oh, hey, while you're up,
Yes, sir.
can I get 50 feet of rope and a pot of black coffee and a grapnel and a cyanide tablet in case
have
I'm
all
caught
these
or
things?
captured?
I'm sorry, sir. I can maybe find the rope in the stable yard, but I don't know what those other things are beside the coffee.
All
All
right.
right, just get the goddamn coffee. You have a rope, right?
Yes, I'm
Hold
sure
on a second.
between
All
all
right.
of us. Wait,
If you can manage it, a pot of black coffee.
And
Yes.
snacks.
Sir. I'm bringing food for everyone. They said a Last Supper style meal. I think that's a big banquet.
Yes.
Carrie's Jubilee in that
Sounds
city.
excellent.
I will do my best in gathering all the things you've asked for. And she bows and backs away.
That's such a good
After
move.
she's gone. What if we
I opened the book back
brought
up.
Sifa with us?
Ooh. He would want part of the cut then.
But it's not his money
His father's money.
that
His
he
father
stole.
is missing. That's true. It's not his money. Yes.
Offer him as a sacrifice to the dragon. I see.
He is a Sifa.
That too.
He is of the bloodline responsible. Oh, no. Well, he could be a bit of a liability, though. He has almost been murdered multiple times within our vicinity.
Well, if he dies, we don't have to worry about, splitting his cut.
That's true. He would be able to vouch for the things his father has done, perhaps. But then it is rather late. We'd have to make a very compelling argument to get him out of bed. I suppose we found the vault with your father's money would be a compelling argument to get him
That's a
out of
pretty
bed.
compelling
That's a
argument.
pretty compelling argument. We'll see what the papers turn up, and if they turn up nothing, then we can...
He may have been there already.
And simply forgotten!
He might know more about the vault than we...
Then we know. Because you forget everything about it as soon as... Harlan, you're brilliant.
He could be easily murdered. As we
That's
make
true.
our-
He has almost been easily murdered several times previously.
I'm not saying I could murder him. I'm not gonna.
But only after we get all the gold.
Yeah.
If necessary. I prefer we not have to murder Mr. Sifa.
Yeah,
but
I'd
if,
rather not
but
murder
if we
him.
have to.
He's been
But won't
kind of
we
nice
walk
to us.
Although, if we walk away with all the gold, he'll forget we've ever been there.
Well, and we'll forget that we why
I
we
won't
stole.
forget.
Yeah, Wendell doesn't.
Oh.
'Cause he's got the
Oh.
stone.
I'm gonna pin a note on my shirt.
Wouldn't
No.
that alert Sifa too, though?
Oh shit!
You can write it maybe in
I'll put it up
a
backwards.
place.
Write it like in your goggle.
There you are. He won't
Put
look
like a
at the
note
inside
in
of
your goggle and
goggles.
have your goggles on your forehead, and then when you put them back on, you'll be like, "Oh, look, there's a note in my goggle."
Yes. And you can
Okay.
write a note underneath before you write the note, write, "Do not read this aloud," and then put your note.
There's just not a lot of room in here, and I gotta see because I gotta sneak in the second.
I can write very small if you would like.
Well, before you leave the bank, just put your goggles on your forehead and put the note in there.
You know, I
You know
think I'll
what?
figure something out. I think I'll figure something out.
Okay.
You know,
All right.
I don't need to be told exactly. I'll handle it. I'm not gonna forget either. God damn it! I'm gonna go in there,
Yeah, where everyone's going to forget as soon as we.
get in the window, not die, go downstairs, get to the secretary's desk, get the key, let you guys in,
Yeah,
go to the
We
dragon.
might all just. It might be safer for us all to go through the window. The key might open a different door. I'm not sure which door it opens. I suspect it's not the front.
Mm.
Seeing as how she's let in every day.
And think about that.
Which could prove very useful further on in. So we all sneak in through the window. Go down, get the key, go into the vault, convince the gold dragon that the gold was stolen, make a compelling argument as to why he should give us this gold, this stolen gold that's not rightfully part of his hoard because it was stolen.
But wouldn't sneaking in already make him not trust us because we're being deceitful and
Well,
sneaking into
I
the
did
bank?
make an application to join the bank. So we could say we tried approaching by conventional means, but were turned away for being too poor.
Yeah, but then we'd be lying.
I mean, it's not really lying. We were turned away for
No,
being
but
too
that's not
poor.
the reason why we're there. We're there to get the gold.
Yes,
Just level with the guy.
but we did
Pretty
try to
small.
get in via conventional means. And were turned away.
I think we should try bringing Sifa to the bank.
Alright. We'll stop on his house on the way. You must come with us now before the clasp takes all your money.
We can simply kidnap him.
That works as well. I'd prefer him be willing. That would be easier. But
Whatever's necessary.
What about blackmail? Could blackmail him.
we could blackmail him.
Any compromising
But only
photographs?
after the fact. We can't blackmail him beforehand. We need him to be very cooperative.
Oh.
Once he hears of the vault, he'll be willing to come.
Yes, I quite agree. Or at least perhaps willing to provide some sort of proof, a signet ring perhaps, if he's not willing to come personally.
Unless he's dead already.
Oh, that would be tragic.
That will be. He does have a habit of getting people.
He does have a habit of getting nearly murderized repeatedly.
We're gonna get there, and then people. Are gonna...
and Bernardin's gonna be like, oh, I was just doing some cleanup work. Okay, bye.
Exactly. There's gonna be like a little dust speck, like a single coin, something like that.
So.
All right.
Got a short rest.
Yes. Looking if there's anything I want to cast before we take a short rest. I also can have access to legend lore 2 more times. You know, perhaps we should find out what we know about this dragon. That could be useful. Let me. He's a fucking gold dragon. There should be some legend lore on him.
We did get his name.
Yeah, I did. Clanghammer. Let me pull up my.
Not a bad. Oh, that could tell us.
Now we're thinking. It only took insane amounts of pressure and a time limit. Granted, we did have the time limit of the boat leaves Friday. But we were planning more sneaky stuff before then. Now we're like, nope. All right.
Throw that plan out. New plan.
All right. And I'll just put my hand in my pocket on the stone and be like, excuse me, Mr. Galore.
Are you not? I feel like you're considering this giving me up thing. I don't think that's going to work. I don't like this idea. I've been talking with your patron for hours now, and
he spoke with me, and we're not giving you up willingly. I would basically have to be dead.
Good. I don't expect you to die, but I need you to die if he's trying to take this away, because you cannot.
Yes, I will not let him get his hands on you. But
I'm a key.
In order for that to happen,
more than what you know.
Yes. Well, what can you tell us about Clanghammer, this gold dragon whose horrors the vault? Because we're going tonight. We're going in maybe like 2 hours, hour and a half.
Oh, you're still worried about that?
I mean, any information is.
Avis is breathing down your necks, and you're worried about monetary increases to your status.
How else are we going to afford leaving the city and getting a safe place and him
There's
not
no
being able to detect
escape
you?
from that who waits behind. There's nowhere you can go.
And if I don't escape from certain mortal coil individuals in this town, we'll all be dead and you'll be in their hands instead, and he's not going to get further your goals.
Mortals. Fine. What is the name of this creature you wish to know about?
Clanghammer. He's a gold dragon.
There are no dragons named Clanghammer. Is that his mere mortal form? Is that his illusion that he uses to walk among you?
Most likely.
Do you know his real name?
No. Oop.
Let me see what I can find by the name of Clanghammer.
That's why we're asking you.
That's what we thought we'd ask you.
Roll a D100.
All right.
See if he can identify this information, because the name Clanghammer will not activate legend lore.
Let me pull out my dice, my D100s, because I have D10s, but I need to have the. Okay, come on. All right, that is going to be a 26.
You know what? I'll give it to you on that. That's a good low roll. There's some records that I found that are known to me of a gold dragon by the name of Auranax. once and on occasion went by or took the form of the dwarf Klanghammer. He has another name. Barock Klanghammer. Ornax is a simple beast. It befriended a family in Tal'Dorei at a young age and has always been connected with them in some way. Believe you know them as the Sifas.
Ah!
What it does for them, we do not know, but it is considered to be part of the luck of that family, how they have survived as long as they have and gained the notoriety that they've gotten.
Interesting.
The dragon has not been seen in some time, well before the fall of Amon to the Chroma Conclave, and never once after. If the dragon is still alive, I do not know where it is, what it is doing. I would consider this dragon to be a good creature.
Wonderful.
Was there anything else you'd like to know about it?
So, befriended the Sifa family at a young age. I think Wendell's jotting this down on a piece of paper while it's being, rattled off in his brain.
You're writing it down.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Just on a piece of parchment.
I'm just asking.
Mm-hmm. Probably in, his shorthand. Because it's fast.
From in stone.
Right. I think that is sufficient. Thank you very much.
Do not let me fall into the hands of the one you spoke to this evening. He is tainted by Avis, and I cannot be given to him.
Oh, that's bad. All right, thank you. That is... And I'll just, kind of close my book. Right. Well. Learned a couple of new things. First off, Bernardin's definitely has something to do with the evil orb of evil. More than, just his people getting messed with it, he's involved, and that's bad. Also, I got the dragon's name, and apparently, he befriended the Sifa family at a very young age. And he's not been seen since before the Chroma Conclave thing happened. So, the people doubt he's still alive, but at the same time, he's still running the bank. They talk about the Klanghammers all the time, so I assume he's fine. But if he hasn't really been seen, he most likely doesn't know about the fact that the Sifas have stolen money. Which would probably come as a bit of a betrayal for his befriended family to be. So let's commit an evil act.
So then we probably should bring Sifa with us.
Yes. Apparently he's partially the reason why the Sifa family's been so prosperous over the generations. I mean, it helps to have a gold dragon friend in your pocket.
I suppose.
Well then.
We get some coffee at this table, please, or is that
It takes time to make coffee, Lamont.
lady coming back?
She will be back.
Look, I appreciate the Bernarvin guy, and the orb and all the stuff. I just saying, you go in, you get the money, and you reason with this, this dragon fella. You just make friends with him. We're well-meaning and clean and gregarious, lovely people, especially Harlan. And seems to me we could be great friends. We walk in, we tell him we need the money. You know, what's he doing with it? Sitting on it, literally. You know?
Well,
I mean, am I simplifying this? Oversimplifying this?
I think yes. Yes.
you have
Yes.
me convinced, Lamont.
I mean, I guess a
Alright.
simple plan is easier one to follow for group. But
So first step, bring Sifa to the bank to see if he remembers anything.
yes,
Okay, let's do it.
that's a good step. Do we want to wait for Reagan? I'll check on Reagan. How long has it been? Like 20
What about-
minutes? Half an hour?
Got a feast coming.
We got a feast coming. I know. I'm so
Yeah,
hungry.
it's about 20 minutes. As you're beginning to look for Reagan, Myrna and several
Ah.
of the cook staff start bringing in platters of food.
Oh, thank goodness.
Platters and platters of food.
Eat a
Pretty
little
much,
bit.
yeah, pretty much all the things that were probably going to be given to the wait staff at the end of the evening are now being served to you all.
Yeah.
Ow.
Well, this might be our last meal,
I'm
so.
gonna tuck a
Bless.
napkin into the front of my shirt like this. And put the big.
You know what? You all deserve a raise.
Thank you, sir.
I want to make that happen for you.
I'm sure if you speak with Ronat, he would be interested in your suggestions.
At least a good
here's
bonus.
your coffee. Puts a big pitcher of coffee in front of you. Lamont.
What's up?
Myrna just sat a large pitcher of coffee in front of you.
Ah, thank you. Black as midnight on a moonless night.
Yes, sir. I have more food to bring in. I'll be right back.
Yeah. Bring it on in.
Let us
Private,
feast.
the private dining area smells of all sorts of food. Pretty much anything that's served, it's just like samples of all of it now.
Monster, can we eat as much as we want?
Yes, Igor, you may eat. Wait, you may eat as much as you want, so long as you can still run, fight, and function properly. So don't overstuff yourself.
Make yourself sick.
Don't make
Igor's
yourself
flashing
sick.
in his head a really like rotund-bellied fat Igor, and he's
You must
like,
be able to fit through a second-story window.
I'm not sure how to gauge how much food that is.
I'll tell you.
Um,
I'll tell you when to stop. Yeah, 3 plates. Just 3 plates. There you go.
Okay.
That'd be good.
Mm,
Cause
large
imagine,
plate.
like, he normally eats like 1 plate, and then
Igor's-
sometimes he sneaks a second plate, so it does like 3 plates should be satisfactory, yet not enough to
Igor's-
make him sick.
Igor's gonna get 3 plates, but he's gonna stack them high.
Yeah,
Full.
I'm assuming any plate you stack high, so
Okay. Yeah.
3 plates.
Okay, so that's what everyone. How you're awfully quiet as you sit there watching everyone pig out. You had an emotional conversation with your best friend Lamont in the middle of the street in front of the Archmaid Bernarvin, who very well could have killed each of you. It's one of
Yeah.
those nights.
Yeah, I'll probably take some of the coffee and like just a small plate of something. But before I start eating, I'm gonna touch my bracelet
hmm
and be like, "Hey, you there?" See if I get a response.
You do not.
Yes, in order to get immediate responsive service, you can get a benefactor.
No. That's why I paid 350 gold for these, so I can talk to her over any distance.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, she's not wearing it right now.
Okay.
It is well after 1 a.m.
That's true. Okay. Then I'll probably just eat a little bit and drink coffee and
Yeah,
wait
I think
to
Wendell will have
go.
some coffee too, just so he doesn't get tired, even though he's not a big fan of coffee.
Okay. Anyone else? Harlan? Anything in particular?
Harlan tries to enjoy at least a little bit of every food in there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Does she bring any articles in?
No. She
Okay.
she stops by after the last set of plates are. It's like, now that the food is done, I'm going to go check the office. If you don't,
Excellent.
I will
Yes.
get back with you as soon as I can.
Thank
I
you.
know he has quite a collection,
Yes.
and there's also a small storage space off of his
Mhm.
office that we keep some of our work in,
Mm.
contracts and whatnot.
Yes.
So,
Thank you.
would you like to look? Would you like to come with me? Maybe you know what you're looking for more than me.
Yes, and I take a platter of food.
Okay. All right. So Myrna and Wendell step out of the dining room. Does anyone else
Two
want to go
people
with
look
them?
faster than one person.
I
Um,
go with them.
Harlan goes with.
There's a
Excuse me,
bar,
eat.
guys. I'm going.
Okay. Hal, Lamont, you guys stay?
Lamont is eating like a man possessed.
That means yes.
I think Igor would try and race you and see if he can beat your possession, but it was probably going to be like,
Oh.
friendly eating
Oh,
fighting.
I love this. I'm making eye
Worst
contact.
case
with
scenario,
Igor.
we'd make them shove their fingers down their throats and they'll be fine.
We left Igor with. Okay.
I'll purge later, but for now, I'm
And
Kobayashi.
I think on the way out the door, I'll mentally tell Hal, please don't let them eat themselves sick. Igor has no sense of self-control.
It's true.
So Harlan, Wendell, and the halfling server Myrna head into the back. You step behind the bar into an area none of you have gone through really.
Yeah. Servants
it's-
areas.
Yeah, well, it's a quiet, darker, thin hallway that leads behind the bar. There are cabinets that look to be storage space for liquor, towels, glasses, all their excess materials for running the bar in the front. And then it goes into another hallway that kind of turns off to the right. So you went behind the bar, you're turning to the right, and there's a single door in the wall. She opens it, and you enter into a nicely apportioned room with a desk directly in the middle, nice artwork on the side, two chairs facing it that seem to be well padded, and then a high back kind of like, throne-like chair up against the desk that it looks like that Barnett, who is the one who sits there.
Mm-hmm.
There are two doors on the right and the left of the desk, and Myrna starts walking to the right door. This is where he keeps some things. I don't think he keeps anything in his desk that you might. I'm not that old, at least.
Mm-hmm. Right. All right. Well, let's get looking.
You open the door, and it's very dark inside. She goes, "Oh, I forgot to light the candle," and she goes,
And I'll cast dancing lights.
And she looks kind of shocked. She's like, "Oh, that'll do. Oh, okay. I should
Less
should have
fire
known."
hazard this way.
Right. And you walk in, and there are just boxes upon boxes stacked up. Each of them have some writing on the front.
Yep.
There's a small table at the end with a chair that looks like you can put a box down and go through the paperwork and whatnot.
All right. Start looking for stuff from 10 years ago.
Okay. I need investigation checks from everyone who's looking.
I also want to see if anyone's been here recently.
Okay. That would be an investigation check as well. Harland, that is a 14 for your investigation check. Wendell?
+0, 17.
Okay, a 17. Harlan, it looks like someone is in the room daily. There's not a lot of dust. On some of the older boxes, as you're working your way down higher shelves, there's layers of dust equivalent to like the time frame. And you see Wendell gravitate to a particular area. You find some dates that seem like they match what you're looking for. It's about 10 years ago. He pulls down a case. There's a layer of dust. It just kind of like falls in. You see it lit up by the globes in the of light hanging in the air. Sits it on the table and looks in, and there are receipts and order forms and contact information for vendors, but there also seems to be broadsheets with things circled and notations in the margins that look like someone's taking notes on the things that are there. And you dig a little deeper and find some information. It looks like from around the time that that the elder Sifa was found guilty of what he did,
Okay.
or at least is rumored for what he did. What are you looking for exactly?
Any articles on his trial, like what he was accused of, what
Right, well,
like the consequences on the city.
Your knowledge of the situation is that, I mean, just you yourself know that Lornak Sifa was the Tal'Dorei Council Master of Development. He was in charge with the contracting and payment to the mages for the rebuilding of Iman. It was a very expensive thing, and no money was spared to return Iman as quickly as possible to its glory. Plus, because of the primal nature of the energies unleashed in the Central District, the Central District and the Cloudtop District, a lot of mages were needed. It was very difficult to remove this primal energy from those locations. And since the most valuable property was inside the Cloudtop District, that's where they spent a lot of money. He was accused, according to these articles, of siphoning off a significant portion of the gold earmarked for the mages by overvaluing the cost of the work that they were doing. And when this came to light, he disappeared. And any and all contact with the money, where it might have been siphoned off to, has disappeared with him. And he has not been seen since his disappearance.
Okay.
You also see information about information in there in the article where the eye of the city was on his son Varna, and that he has been under suspicion since that time.
Okay.
And there was a lot of conversation about how could his son not know? He must be hiding out. You know, his son might have been the one who did it and got rid of his father. There's lots of questions that impugn the dignity of Varna Sifa.
Yeah, I'll just.
Oh, did you find what you were looking for?
I believe so. Yes.
Oh, good. I really don't like being in the boss's office at night. And we're allowed to come in here if we need things, but I don't just in magic. I'm not good with that. So can we go now?
Yes.
Is that all right?
Mum's the word, and I'll.
Oh, wow! You could just make him disappear like that. Okay, all right. I'm just gonna go back now.
All right.
As we
She
head
kind of
out,
hurries out.
I want to, as we pass the liquor cabinet, I want to ask, which one of these are the rarest dwarven liquor we have here?
The rarest dwarven liquor. We have a snow grog. It's a very fine vintage, very rare here. We don't really know where it comes from. Only several bottles have ever been found, and this one, and you kind of look. She points at it, and it is just crusted in dust. Like it is there because it's valuable, and it is not drunk very often. It looks like maybe there has been like one, finger of whiskey ever drank out of that bottle.
Oh man, I've had a shot. That's a finger of that whiskey is ridiculous.
Yes, that's it. Thank you. I'm gonna just kind of reach.
No. She's like this little 2.5 foot tall halfling girl, so like grabbing hold of your robes there. She's like, no, sir, you can't take that. That's worth more than I do. I am.
How much is a finger worth?
Well, we aren't allowed to sell it, and that if it is ever to be used, it has to be okayed by Runat.
Right. Good to know.
I know your owner, so I don't know if that has.
We would not want you to get
sway.
in trouble. We'll just leave.
Oh, I should probably go check on the others in the other room.
Yes, and that wink was for Harlan, not for her.
I know,
Yeah.
but she kind of caught it. 'Cause she's just like she's looking up at both of you, and She's like, oh, right. Okay, I'm sure that Master Lamont is angry about something. I'll go check
He
and see what
always
he
is.
needs.
Yes.
Why is he like that? We do our best.
You know, I think he has some mental problems.
Did I already
I
tell
mean,
you?
How am I supposed to find rope at this hour of the night? I'm a server.
Don't
I
worry
do
about the
food.
rope. I've got that.
And what is a grappler?
It's
Is that some?
a wrestling move. Don't ask. It's
Oh,
yes.
very strange.
He's so
He
strange.
seems like such a nice person when he's not yelling.
Yeah, he's very strange.
Okay, but I'll go check on them. And she walks off, leaving you two alone.
All right. That's a very expensive bottle of alcohol. Maybe we can get like a to-go finger.
I'll only use it if necessary.
Right. You know, that might be worth half the vault. I'm not sure, but just
I don't know, but
you know,
hopefully it won't require.
we can get it. We'll just get a small flask and we'll put a little in it.
No.
No, the whole bottle.
Well, yes, I'm taking the whole bottle. Yes.
Are you
It may
sure?
be-
What if it breaks? About to go do something very dangerous. I suppose if we keep it in one of the bags.
It will be fine.
All right. We are leaving town anyways. Why not?
I foresee this going very well for us.
Oh no, I don't. I
And
got a
with that-
bad feeling about this.
With that comment, let's head back to Hal and Igor and Lamont in the dining area. Myrna comes in without Harlan and Wendell. It's like, is there anything that you need? Is everything to your liking currently?
Food is amazing.
No, it's delicious, actually.
Thank you.
These in particular.
Our kitchen does wonderful work.
I do. I need a big pitcher of ice water. Some
Yes, sir.
napkins.
They're on the other side of the table. I'm sorry. Let me go get them for you.
Yeah. Just,
So,
Thank
but is there any dessert?
Nope, you've had your 3 plates, Igor.
Well,
Nope.
Mustard didn't
Nope.
say anything about bowls.
He said 3 plates. That's it. We've got work to do. No.
I can bring in some pies.
No.
Cherries Jubilee.
No,
and that's
Myrna.
it.
Bring some for her too. She loves
Cherry
them.
Jubilee.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
It'll be fine.
And I'll bring back here's your napkins. I'll bring your water in just a moment.
Fine, when you get in trouble with Wendell, I'm not
We're
helping
good.
you.
I only
She
did
heads
3
out.
plates. This is she said nothing about pie.
I'm not helping you.
I mean, maybe if you help me eat the pie, Master would not know that it's been ate.
Last time I ate pie, I was poisoned, so
That was
no,
cobbler.
thanks. Close enough. It's a dessert.
Yeah.
Shoot
There's
yourself,
a
bitch.
dessert differential here.
Means more dessert for me and Mr. Lamont.
Is it in the shape of a pyramid?
That'd be cool.
All right. So everyone makes it back into the dining area
Yes.
about the same time that Myrna comes in with several pies and a cherries jubilee.
One
Sits in front
slice,
of-
Igor.
Sits in front of Lamont. Puts the pies down and then comes back with a pitcher of ice water for Lamont.
One
So-
slice.
Master, when you say one slice,
And like Igor puts his hands over top of the pie,
I'm
forming a giant
slicing the
wedge.
pies. You will get one of these slices.
Put you.
You have to
As
fit through a
Myrna's
second
leaving,
story.
You hear her go, thank you, Mira. We probably won't need you anymore this evening. And
Reagan,
Reagan steps
I was
back
just
in,
about to message you.
closes the door. Well, it was imperative, so I might have run quite a long way.
Have some pie.
No, I was heaving a little bit ago on the
Oh.
run back because I'd not
Have
used
some
to
pie in
running.
about 15 minutes.
Yes, I would probably pass
Have
out.
some
in
ice
15
water.
minutes. Oh, I'm not touching anything that's in front of Master Lamont. That is his. He will offer it if he wishes.
Sure. I'm not offering a smash.
I
like
did not think so.
Drinking from the pitcher. I'm just like, eat this much. You gotta eat all that to move it.
So that we're all on the same page, I have just spoken at bedside with Spiraling Beneath.
Yes.
He took the information that you gave me to give to him and considered it very seriously.
A lot of information, I
and-
understand. Big implications, moving quickly.
And he is quite concerned. the damages done to our organization by the group with Bilby, and now an active incursion by the Myriad makes it very dangerous time for the remaining members of the class.
Yes.
I am to tell Hal that he apologizes for the assertions he made upon his once very nice but now sunk ship, and that there are no more favors or threats to be made against their family, and it was done in bad taste and with poor judgment. He looks to Wendell. Any and all services that we may render to you at this time in order to stop the Myriad from invading and to crush Bilby Zilliger and his group will be made available to you. We can do whatever you need. We are weakened now. We do not have the same reservoir of strength that we once had.
Yes.
Our best men have gone over to Bilby. So it is just us right
But
now.
I mean, if they went over to Bilby, I mean, were they really the best? Let's be honest. That sounds like poor judgment.
Quite a few of them were very good.
Well, not
It
good
names off a
decision.
few and how you know that they were like top hitters. They were the people that did the best work, but were probably the most selfish.
Yeah, that's not good.
Oh, I also have these. And he opens up a bag and pulls out a folded piece of cloth and a second folded piece of cloth. These are, well, I mean, for lack of a better word, a portable hole. Would you like to see how it works?
Please.
He takes one and shakes it out and then throws it up against the wall. And when it hits the wall, there is a hole between the wall, so you could walk right through into the dining area.
Oh, they're that kind of portable hole. Interesting.
That's one use. That's one side.
Oh.
See? That side allows you to walk through things. We've had these enchanted quite specially. They're very neat. Sometimes they might disappear. You have to be very careful how you use these. I've lost a few of them before. Don't ask. It's a strange question. Okay. So he takes this one down. He takes this one down and goes, all right, so that was the side for incursion. Now, we have to use the floor. And he kind of like, just kind of flips it out on the floor on the other side. And you see this darkened space appear where the hole was placed.
A storage place.
Well, it's kind of like a mini vault. Now, there's no anyone who has ownership or holds the actual physical cloth has access to whatever's in it. But yes, it's about 10 feet deep, about 6 foot circular space. I figure you could hold quite a few things in there. Now, this second one is just a normal storage hole. It doesn't have the added benefit of incursion.
Can I have the door one?
That's the one on the ground.
Yeah. Can I have that one?
Sure. He pulls it up and he folds it. Now, be sure when you pull these up to start folding, when you fold them, it kind of negates the magic that's being used and it just becomes a cloth. When it's unfolded, it activates.
Cool. All right, so I'll fold it up nice and small and tuck it into my...
Yeah.
Yep. Close to my heart.
These are gifts to you from our organization at this time. I hope that they're peace offerings in a way.
Yes. Hopefully, they'll prevent terrible things happening from the Myriad.
Yes, that is. Yes.
I want one.
I only brought 2. I'm sorry, sir. I'm acting in my capacity as a member of the clasp, not as your servant. So I can't just go out and get you one, sir.
That's cool. I'm having a good day, so I'm not gonna get too disappointed about it.
It wouldn't matter if you wanted to, sir. I'm sorry. So, how should I respond to Spiraling Banaf? Will you accept his gifts and support, or should I just tell him you're willing to go on your own?
I look at Hal.
Yeah, he's looking at Hal.
Yeah. I think you're right. It's just all heads turned towards Hal.
What would she do? Okay.
This is the better half of the clasp, and they're not asking for us to rejoin. They're just asking, please don't let us get wiped out.
Yeah. And
So-
she really hates Bilby.
Yeah.
It's help us, help
Bilby
you.
and the Myriad
Yeah.
versus these guys.
She doesn't like Benarvin, and she doesn't like Bilby. The only bee she likes is Banath. So, all right, we'll help out. But after this, after we deal with these issues,
Yes.
stay the fuck away from me.
That's fair. I will.
Not you, Reagan. I like
convey-
you.
I'm
But-
sorry. It's hard to separate my jobs here. It's very difficult.
Yeah. Banath.
Yes, I will inform him of your
I'm-
decision.
After this,
Um,
I'm done with the class.
If in fact Bilby's organization and the Myriad are both kept out of Iman, or at least diminished in the role in Iman, there will be a vacuum here. It may be some time before the Spiraling is back on his feet.
Maybe I'll be the new Spiraling.
Do you say that?
Yeah.
I thought you didn't want anything.
It's
Or I
quite
mean-
possible.
Or we could make Reagan the new Spiraling.
Could
Oh,
make
he's like, no. No.
He's really
No.
good at what he does.
I am a factor. I am
All in favor?
the prism of
I-
power will rise.
bring things to people. I don't order them to their death or
What
give
fills a
them
vacuum?
favors.
You know, if we do take care of all this, we don't have to leave.
It's true.
And then I could be the new Spiraling, and I could run the
But it
entire.
depends on how
underground-
well we take care of things. And how capable
Let's
we
just
are.
hold off.
Yes.
I hope you understand that I'm saying this with the utmost respect to your prowess and your skills.
I'm not very good at managing stuff.
You'd probably have to kill Banath now
I don't want to do that.
because he's not going to be very happy to share the title Spiraling once he gets healthy.
Yeah,
He kind of likes his position.
fair. What do you
But I will
suggest?
inform him of your concerns of his mortality and that you're more than happy to take over for him in case he's unable to execute his duties.
Nah, I think I'm pretty done with the class after this.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
Gwendol's
Yeah.
thinking, I could get the prism of power integrated.
but if we do this, he would owe us a pretty big favor.
A massive favor, if I might say.
So, be done with the class until I call on him.
Well, let's just see how things shake out.
Yeah,
But
let's
I will
just-
Yes.
I will inform him of your expectations.
That
Get
we
the
will
papers
help
all together.
as best we can.
We get a carriage,
Excellent.
With
cab,
the
carriage.
expectation
Probably
of
not a cab. We probably
stasis.
shouldn't get a cab.
I'm
we-
sorry?
Do we have horses? Here, carriage. Do I need a cab?
Yes, we do have some stabled. You've never asked about their use. I
Yes.
wasn't sure you were aware of them.
No. We've spent so much money on like single person cabs.
Part of my duties for Bilby was to be his coachman.
Could you drop us off at a couple of places?
I could make that happen. Where would you... Let
We
me
need-
talk to the stableman and get it ready.
Yes.
Where would you like to go? I will inform the driver.
Varna Sifa's house.
That's in the
First.
Central District?
Yes.
All right.
Yes. All our business tonight will be in the central.
Excellent. Well, then let me go get my duties executed, and I will be back in a moment.
Thank you.
He bows and backs out of the room.
Eat some pie. Shall
You're now
shuffle
alone
food
in the
around.
room again.
Wait a second. We had our own coach service?
Apparently, the more you know, really.
Oh, you need.
What you learn when you ask questions.
You know, better late questions than never questions. So sometimes. Sometimes you're like, I wish I would have never known. But in this instance, yeah. I think Wendell just gets things ready. Shuffles the papers around, like organizes them in like an easy to read manner to present his case like a lawyer. Just gets everything ready.
All right.
I'll reorganize it so it's better.
Okay. Probably.
So we're
You're
going
the
to get Sifa.
Yes.
Oh.
I'll make a
And
pie
then we're going
chart
to the vault.
of like Iman funds. Show how much was skimmed. We get flashcards.
And then what? We're just going to walk in and be like, hey, Clanghammer, be our friend.
I don't no, I think we go. Hello, Mr. Clanghammer, also known as the Dragon Aronnax. We brought you one of your friends, the youngest Sifa. We have some things to tell you and some questions. Also, when he sees the vault, he may remember some things. So I think we bring him to the vault and then kind of go from. But he is
Okay.
friends with the Sifa family.
Okay.
And it most likely means he does not know of the his father's
Igor-
betrayal. Yes,
Igor
Lornax
pauses on
suffers.
some dessert eating and kind of looks at windows like, Master, how will we remember if we go to the bank? We don't remember things.
Because we're going in the bank this time, Igor.
Does that mean we'll forget how we got there?
No. You
Only if we look away.
only if you look away or leave the bank. But we're going in the bank.
I'll trust you, Master.
Yes. Trusts things. Puts on he got I think like a stylish nobleman's backpack, like just to have extra bag space just in case. He's emptied out his pockets except for like things he deems will probably be useful.
Okay. Reagan comes and knocks on the door.
Yes.
Your carriage is ready.
Excellent.
Would you like me to accompany you?
Yes.
Look at Hal.
I don't know how to drive a carriage.
Yeah, I'm always riding.
Yeah.
Sure.
We
Of
gotta
course, then.
use Coachman.
He leads you outside, and in front is a 6-horse carriage.
Yeah,
It is quite
dang.
well appointed.
That's pretty nice.
The coachman, the driver, and Reagan are standing next to it. They both bow, and Reagan opens the door.
Whoa, does it have a pool?
I'm sorry, sir. We ran out of space with all the seating.
Oh.
Lamont like dies laughing, just comes apart in hysterics.
The interior is well appointed as well. Very plush velvets.
Why have we
Very
not-
nice very nice curtains. You can
No,
see
if
out.
we die, at least we had a nice limo, like a stretch carriage ride, and a really good meal.
Mm-hmm.
All you can ask for.
Do you all crowd in?
Yes.
It's very ample space, but
Mhm.
because it's 5 of you, it's a little.
Yeah.
There's
Is there
not
a-
exactly small people.
You know how like some carriages they have the seat up front, but then they have like a place for a
Mhm.
coachman to stand at the back,
Yes,
and they can like see over the carriage.
Mhm.
that's where Reagan will be standing.
Oh man, I wanted to stand there. Okay, never
You
mind.
can ask him.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, can I?
Oh, well, yes. I can have the other coachman ride up front, and I'll stand with you back on the back if you wish.
Yeah, just because I want to be able to see
Why?
everything.
Oh, with the whole, there are windows. I mean,
Yeah, but there's a lot of people in there, and I don't like crowded spaces.
of course. Whatever you wish.
Thanks.
He offers to help you up.
Yeah.
All right, everybody in. Everybody good?
Yep. Let's go.
All right.
You're real late.
Carriage
knocking at Mr.
roars
Siff's
out.
house.
You notice as you go through the main gate, they don't even ask. They don't have to slow down. It's like they have one of those passes, fast
Oh, we have a
passes in the window.
This would have been so convenient running around getting all those meat pies, people. Apple pies.
Fast
I
pass
still have
just
one of those.
right on through. You're moving quite quickly through the town. It's the evening. There's hardly anyone on the street, so your 6-horse carriage is moving quickly. And it's very comfortable on the inside. Like, it doesn't bounce around as much as you would think it would.
Nice. It's got good suspension.
Yeah. I mean, date night with one of these would be quite nice.
Wendell's
experience.
trying not to think of that in the situation, but it does creep in. He's like, no, don't. Date night. No. Probably didn't want to see you again after you made your job.
Faster than you would have imagined, you arrive at Varnasifus Manor in the central district of Amman.
Right.
Carriage pulls up front. How you see Reagan jump down, extend the step, and open the door for everyone.
I'll hop down after him and go knock on the door, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm right up there with you.
There are no lights on inside the manor.
I just very loudly.
Okay.
Now we know where his bedroom is.
And then I do it again.
We know where his bedroom is. If my telepathy can reach, I'll be like 30
I
feet.
just do it super incessantly until somebody comes.
In the middle of the second knock, the door opens and you see the servant Hildebrand, the halfling male servant, the graying hair, a little bit of a stoop, but he's it is very late.
Yes, I apologize for the late hour, Hildebrand, but it's incredibly urgent we speak with Varnasif.
The master is abed, not
Wake him up.
Pushing the door.
It's urgent.
not done. It's very
Wake him
I really want to say
up.
he needs to come with us if he wants to live, but I don't. It's not quite pertinent, so I won't. But I want to.
Door open.
He please wait in the parlor. I will
Yes.
wake master.
Tell him it's of utmost urgency and it relates to his father.
He looks at you with squinted eyes.
I don't understand why we don't just go to his bed and get him.
I don't either.
Give him,
Goes out.
want him to be cooperative. Remember, cooperative. If he doesn't come down, then we go up and get him.
5 minutes pass. Another one of the staff. You recognize her as Elsa, a young brown-haired human female. She comes in with glasses of water for everyone.
What is going on? Is he powdering his wig?
The master was abed. I'm sure he must try to make himself presentable for you before he appears. It's very uncommon for this to happen this late at night.
Yes, it's very uncommon that this type of situation should arise with such urgency.
If you say so.
Once in a lifetime opportunity.
After she passes around the glasses of water, she stands by the door, just waiting. You hear footsteps coming from outside.
They sound like servant footsteps or noble footsteps.
Both.
Oh, good. Wendell.
Both doors to the parlor swing open. You see Hildebrand announce his master. Master Sifa, we'll see you now. And he walks in. This is quite... Oh, Wendell.
Yes.
I didn't mention it was you. Just bossy people I know were supposed to be down here saying things you didn't really explain very well.
I'm terribly sorry about the late hour. However, you did tell you if we found out anything about these people who wanted you dead and your father.
Pardon me, you're talking quite a lot. It's 2 a.m. now.
We found your father's vault.
Let me sit down. He goes, 2 o'clock in the morning, you decide it's important to tell me that you found my criminal father's vault.
Yes.
You couldn't have told me this in the morning.
No.
Why?
Because the owner of said vault, it's really more bank, kind of, technically, is owned by a gold dragon that is good friends with your family.
That's
I know.
poppycock.
It
You're
sounds
saying
ridiculous.
that my father's bank is now owned by a gold dragon
Yes.
who lives in the city of Amman
Yes.
after the Chroma Conclave, and no one
Yes.
knows anything about it.
Because the spell of forgetting is upon the establishment, and as soon as people look away, they forget it all exists.
Carla's just like ready to grab him. Just like,
Have you all been drinking? What is
I
wrong with
wish
this?
we
It doesn't
had been
make any
drinking.
sense. It makes no sense at all.
And I would not have come to you with such urgency if it wasn't for the fact that, well, the Myriad are in town, and they want your father's vault, and they'll do anything to get their hands on it. I had to make
so
sure
would
my
the
good
government,
friend...
so would I, so would everyone that knew what was in there. If that vault is truly real, and it's not just another
is.
wild goose chase.
It's not. The head wizard, archmage, really, of the Myriad wouldn't personally be an Iman if he did not believe it.
Okay, I think you're just making things up now. I mean, how would you even know the head of the Myriad is an archwizard?
Because
Unless
he
you're part of the
threatened
Myriad. Are
us.
you part of the Myriad
No!
yourself? Are you
No, he knew we were
I knew
investigating.
you were criminals.
I'm not a criminal, good heavens.
Takes
no.
off his glasses.
I've
He's like,
not
"It's
lied
so
to you,
early in the
Vanessa.
morning.
But he threatened us with death, bodily harm, and anyone involved with the vault, which would most likely include yourself, if we did not
Right.
relinquish it up.
This is quite an interesting
I can prove
fairy
it to
tale.
you.
I would be more happy to listen to this over breakfast. Could we just?
I have
I
breakfast
can have
foods.
rooms made up for
I
you.
pull out a pie. Please, come with us, and I will
Harlan, do
show
it.
it to you.
Knock him out.
I'm just give me one. He's like, just
I'm in the
2
face.
minutes. Just 2 minutes. That's what he's like mentally projecting. Just 2 minutes. Minute 45. Minute 30.
I'm not going to eat pie at 2 a.m.
Then come with us, and we'll prove it to you.
Give me gas. I mean, please. You don't eat after
Put the
11.
pie back.
I swear, you all have had way too much to drink. I can smell the alcohol on you now.
Oh no, that's
Or is that me? It
that's-
might be me.
that's
I drank quite
definitely
a bit
you.
last evening.
Yes.
Well, I still don't understand what this has to do with me and why it has to happen now.
Because your name has been besmirched, good sir. But
No,
the
I've remade my name.
Well-
My father besmirched his name.
Yes.
My name, that of Varna
But don't
Siffa,
you want
is
an
well
incredibly
respected
powerful
now.
ally? And to rekindle these forges of friendship?
I don't. What powerful ally?
The gold dragon? who
If he
sits
was
on
an
all that
ally
gold.
of my family, he wouldn't have been hiding away all this time when my father's been gone.
Except that, you know, an incredibly powerful red dragon and other chromatic mortal enemies kind of destroyed a lot of the town. Also, old dragons are prone to sleep for long periods of time.
But that was 10 years ago.
Long
I'm sure he
periods
would
of
have had
time.
more than enough time to. Oh, so you're saying that the person who runs this bank
Perhaps.
sleeps for years at a time?
It would not surprise me.
What's, that doesn't make any sense. How can you run a bank and be asleep at the same time?
Employees. Lots of delegation. Please.
This is far too fanciful for me. You're gonna have to make a persuasion check.
I
now.
will make a persuasion
And
check.
it's at disadvantage
Oh, well-
because of the hour and how fanciful it is to this particular person.
Yeah, well, I have good persuasion. Let's see. Okay. Well, I don't get the 19, but I
Mhm.
do get 13 plus 7, dirty 20.
Dirty 20. All right, I'm gonna roll his insight because he is quite skeptical of all this.
Yes.
He gets advantage.
Okay,
But
well,
he is
if
just
he
a
incites
normal
me
human.
properly, he'll know I'm being honest.
Okay, well, not high enough to go through a dirty 20. He sees that he's like, Wendell. He kind of reaches over and just pats you on the knees, like, I know you mean well, and I know you believe this. You almost have me believing it, but the
I can
hour is
prove it to you, and it'll only take... How far away is the vault with our carriage from his house? Because it's in the same district.
probably 10 minutes.
10 minutes. 10 minutes of your time.
Fine. Hildebrand,
Excellent.
bring my slippers,
And
please.
and I imagine everyone stands up and is like already headed out.
He's like waiting. He's like, Hildebrand, I need some shoes to go outside.
Here's a coat.
He's like in his smoking jacket. He's got his
Yeah.
pajama pants on. He's
Yep.
like, we're not walking, are we?
No, I haven't.
I'm not
we have a
presentable for
very,
that sort of thing.
very comfortable carriage.
He's like looking at all of you, and he's just like looking for some sense of like normalcy from any of you. He's like,
Super serious.
Yeah, we're
Like a-
super serious faces.
what was that, Lamont?
It just looks like a weird goon standing up with my foot up on the wall, like glaring at him,
I
dressed all in black and just silent.
hate to say Igor's probably the most normal looking one.
And that's why Varna is very concerned right now.
Mhm.
He
Or
steps
Hal.
out. He's
Actually,
like,
probably Hal.
where did
It's-
you find this carriage? It's a well-made carriage. Is
It's
that
our
a Wilmington?
carriage. Yes.
Well,
It's
I
Group's
didn't know-
carriage.
Really?
Yes.
How did you come by this? They don't even make these anymore. He was killed 10 years ago in the Cormac Conclave thing.
We collect some fine rare antiques occasionally.
Wow. What I wouldn't give to have a carriage like this. This is quite well. Oh, I see the insignia of the inn there. Oh, it's the inn's carriage. Okay, I understand.
Which we
now.
are owners of.
It's fine, still.
It's like walking on a cloud. You're going to enjoy it.
Excellent, excellent. He sits down. He basically takes up one whole bench.
Yeah.
He just looks at the rest of you guys like, you could sit on that side.
Yeah, that's fine.
How do you go in the back again? Okay. All right. So
And I
the
give
ride
them the
there.
intersection of for the bank because if I tell them, they're gonna be like, "Where?" So
You guys arrive on the same street as the bank. Do you pull up next to it, or you pull up across the street from it?
Across the street,
Okay.
because that's not
All
that
right.
big of a
So
street.
as each of you now, Harlan, this is the first time you've actually seen the bank. So now you'll be under the spell of the bank when it happens.
Don't look away.
I know
Are-
of it.
Hal, Lamont, and Igor, you remember everything that you've ever known about the bank from your own visits. It all comes back to you, and it's a weird feeling because now you know these things, but you also know that you didn't know these things, and so it's kind of
I'm
like
watching Mr. Siffa to see if there's.
and you see a spark of recognition. It's like I haven't been here since I was a boy.
Yes.
I remember Father working here. I thought this was just one of his warehouses. I've never really been inside. You say this is the vault. This is
This
the
is
bank.
the vault.
And there's a dragon inside.
Yes, underground.
Yes.
You know how
Yes, this is gonna be fucking amazing.
All right.
Yes.
you know
And-
how unbelievable all of
Yes.
this is?
Now look away.
He looks
What
away.
were we just talking about?
Why the hell you drugged me out in the middle of the evening of riding around in your carriage? What?
Now look back that way.
Look over there.
Why did I forget that?
Because of the spell of forgetfulness the dragon's placed upon his hoard, his vault.
I don't think it was the dragon that put it there. It's probably my father.
Well then,
He was crafty like that.
sounds very crafty indeed.
Well, we should come back in the morning and talk with this dragon. I mean, if he's friends of the family, we'll just come during operating hours. Why are we here now?
Now, thank you. Here, I just like push him out.
This was
Get
the
your
only
hands
time.
off me. I refuse. You cannot make
Well-
me do this.
This is the only time our schedule is lined up, man. I got a whole thing tomorrow.
It's
No,
because the myriad.
Wendell,
Is
take me
going
home
to
now. This is
rain that
ridiculous.
vault.
I don't appreciate being manhandled by your friends, who I thought were my friends too.
They're just a
I
bit
have no friend.
I'm
jumpy
sorry.
due to the myriad that wants to take all of this and use it as their headquarters. Killing the dragon, taking all the money, using the wards your father put upon the place.
Why can't we come back in the morning? Most honorable business is done during the day. What are we doing here?
Well, the myriad are not honorable people, and we have to work before they work.
So the myriad are breaking into this place now.
Not at this moment. That's why
How
we're
would they
trying
even
to
know it
beat
if-
them to the punch.
if they come here and look at it and then just stake it out and then leave, then they forget, if you tell me correctly.
Unless they write it all down.
But see, if that was the case, then what's the point? There must be some other defense mechanism.
Well, there is, but the Myriad would be easily able to counter it.
Really?
Tiny little gold dragons come and attack you. To destroy any written evidence you have of it.
Who has the highest perception now?
Not me.
Passive perception, I'm sorry.
11.
I think it's Howl.
It's definitely not Igor.
Mine's only a 14.
14?
That might be the highest.
Okay.
Hey, Igor's a 10, so
11.
We're not the most effective bunch.
How you're outside and you're watching this, and Varna's making a bit of a scene because he feels uncomfortable and he's not happy and he doesn't understand why. But you are, well, you're a thief. You're a heavy hitter. You work in the shadows a lot of the time, even though you don't want to anymore, really.
Mm-hmm.
And you start kind of getting this itchy feeling in the back of your head that someone's watching, and you look up and there's a shadow in one of the upstairs windows of the bank looking down.
I'm gonna like knock on the roof of the carriage and be like, all right, we've been spotted.
By whom?
Somebody in the bank.
They're in there already.
Somebody's in there.
Yep. And then I'll just look over at Varna Sifa. Well, it appears they're moving faster than we anticipated.
What do you mean by that?
I just spotted someone in the window of the bank after hours.
Yes, probably the security for the bank. You keep telling me it's so secure.
Is automated. No one should be in there.
What about this dragon you keep telling me about?
Well, let's
Wouldn't
go
he
see.
be in the bank?
Well,
No, I refuse.
And
I'm not breaking into my father's bank.
I'll walk out and get within, like, opening the door. Excuse me, Mr. Klanghammer? Mr. Oranax? Keeping an eye on the window.
Okay, you say both of those things?
Yeah.
Where are you? Where exactly are you now?
I'm not quite. I'm like at the, like if there was like the sidewalk, the beginning of the sidewalk, because I don't want to get incinerated.
Okay.
So
Also, as Wendell gets out of the carriage, I'm gonna shadow him. I'm like right behind him. Not
just
letting
in
him go
case
out
it
by
was
himself.
him in the window, maybe he'll come out and talk. We won't even have to break in.
Okay. So, Varna is in his pajamas and a coat and slippers complaining. You walk up to the edge of the curb of that side, kind of?
Yes.
Okay.
'Cause I don't
How
wanna
you
get
follow?
incinerated.
Lamont, where are you?
Hitting the mute button. I'm like standing near Howl and glaring at Varna Sifa.
Okay, you're one of the ones making him uncomfortable. Harlan, you've been pushing him. You're making him uncomfortable too. Are you doing anything else right now?
No, just like, am I still pushing them? Like, I'm kind of waiting for the okay to just.
Yeah, because
Get this-
you probably heard someone was watching, so.
Okay, and Igor, what are you doing?
Ready to assist if need be, because I have the strength.
Okay, so
We're
we've
all
got
ready to
three,
kidnap Varna
three
Sifa.
people ready to just
Yep.
beat down Participa,
That's right.
who's looking at Wendell crossing the street, calling out to a dragon, and Howl is sitting there, kind of as her backup, as her bodyguard. And so that's where you all are, as the front door to the vault, to the bank, the First Ammonian Reserve, opens, and there's a bit of light pouring out, and a shadow of what looks to be a kind of an aged, hefty, dwarven man. As he looks, and his eyes glow
Oh,
like fire.
yep.
And that's where we
This is
ended
fine.
tonight.
This is
For
fine.
this session,
This is
As-
why I wasn't
as-
on the stoop or the front door.
as Aranax himself, who has been heard you talking, and it's been alerting him, and so he's just been waiting. Now that you're here, he wants
Well,
to say hello.
it's a good thing we were talking about how the Myriad wants to use this as a base of operations and stuff, because they do.
Not us.
Not us. No.
So that was interesting. That was fun. I don't know where this is going, but it's probably not going to go where I expected it.
Probably
as
not.
Everything else.
Nope.
So,
That's fine.
Let's go around and talk to everyone else and see if we're going where they expected this to go. Because I thought you guys were about to shank Varnasifa at some point. So
This close. I was gonna knock him out and drag his ass to this fucking bank.
Cooperative.
All right. Let's talk with the happy, shiny, feely new man, Lamont Quinlan himself. How'd tonight go, man?
Well, he's not used to being in a good mood. And also,
Obviously.
when there's food involved, he's highly distracted. And you know, this whole time felt like a part one to this whole vault break-in extravaganza. And so I just like sitting back and listening to Wendell bullshit his way through this life and this incredibly high-stakes game he's playing with these multiple organizations and higher powers, and Wendell's great, and Igor's great, and I like how sobered up Harlan is over all of this. Like, had a little bit of swagger up until about 3 shows ago, and now he's like, guys, we need to get the fuck out of here. This is getting bad. And I'm looking forward to Hal. I don't think Lamont knows Hal has a girlfriend, and because Lamont's kind of on Planet X, so I that'll be fun. I'd be like, why are you talking to your wrist? So that's good times. I love this. I'm looking forward to tomorrow, and I'm really looking forward to next week when I'm not completely buried under work, and we can relax and put our feet up and play some D&D. So this is fun. I'll see you tomorrow.
All right. Sounds good. Let's check in with Hal. Kind of a quiet session for Hal tonight, but you're ready to rock, it looks like, and you got to ride on the best part of the carriage.
Yeah, absolutely. Hi, I'm Nugatosaurus. I play Hal, the Shifter Fighter. You can find me here on Mondays and Tuesdays. Tomorrow night I play Embar Venastra, the Divine Soul Sorceress, in Lindy's campaign of Our Mists of Ravenloft. And I have a cat in my face. Hold on a second. Excuse me. Thank you. And then I'm super excited for Friday, where we get to play Aliens, and I'll be playing Violet, the synthetic human. I absolutely love that campaign, and I absolutely love every campaign I'm in with these people. My favorite part was Harlan just like ready to knock Varnasifa out and just book it out of here. Like that's because that's exactly what Hal would do. So it's like, yeah, I get you. And I'm ready for tomorrow night and Friday night and next week.
All right. Yeah, no, I thought that Harlan was was quite interesting this evening. So let's check in with the man himself, Harlan, and see, why were you so intent on beating up Varnasifa tonight?
No. Okay, I wasn't gonna beat him up. I was just gonna
manhandle him.
Burlap sack over his head. You know, just to expedite the process. Okay, that's what I was trying to do. Anyway, I did like that. I think really it was kind of going into the back office and just the looking for the old records. I don't know why it felt so real. So I don't know why. I really like that part. And then, thanks, guys.
Cool. Yeah, no, I thought it was fun. You guys discovered several new things about the place that you've owned now for several weeks. So I thought that was neat. There's places you haven't seen, and there's places to discover and things to know about the entire Grayskull Shadow Inn. But speaking about people we just don't know enough about, we want to hear more. Let's talk to Igor.
I don't know if you guys want to know more about Igor. He's a special cookie.
We love Igor.
But anyways, have fun. Thank you, everybody, for watching the show. I'm glad we progressed forward with the story, getting ready to go for this vault. We've been planning this, getting ready for it. We've got the gear now. We've got the bags. We've got the holes in the wall. I mean, I feel like we're about to Looney Tunes this thing, but I think it's going to be great either way. I liked the beating around of Varnasifa, pretty much the kidnapping in the night, the dinner, the prep.
It's a polite kidnapping.
Yeah, the polite kidnapping. just good little story interactions as we progressed on here to get ready to finally take the vault. And I guess we'll be hopefully doing something involving that or getting killed by a dragon next week. So we'll see what happens. Again, Shiny Pilot 206 Twitch, Twitter. Look forward to tomorrow's game here on Lindy's channel, and then Friday also be in Aliens. Yeah, with the face. Yeah. So look forward to that. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate it.
Thanks. Yeah, no, that was Aliens. Just thinking of that game now. We haven't got to play it in a while. I'm looking forward to it. So I'm going to go ahead and check out before we pass it on to Lindy. I'm Deception Check. I had a great time tonight. I run this on Mondays, and I can't wait to get into the vault or what happens next week. Tuesdays, I Merrick Tenpenny and Mr. Ravenloft and Hank Granger on Friday for Aliens. And all of these games are amazing and great and fun. And we have great DMs. Lindy and Travis are spectacular. So yeah, check them out. If you don't get a chance to, you should watch the VODs because they're even amazing. And if not, watch the YouTube videos because they're even better if they're actually loaded up. Hint, hint. Favorite part tonight was just everyone wanting to beat down Varnasifa. The poor guy just can't win. Just he can't win, and it's a sad thing. Poor Varna.
Get in the fucking carriage.
So we'll see how that works out. But let's go ahead and pass it over to Wendell, Eustace, Abernathy, Lucius, Throckwaddle, Hassenpfeffer the Fourth of the Haversham Hassenpfeffers.
Thank you. That did not end like I thought it was going to. I thought he was gonna be in the vault. And I was like, yeah, sure, I'll call out this dragon. It's gonna be the fucking myriad. I'm gonna get shot at. Nope, it's the dragon. This is fine. You know, we might not even have to raid the vault. He might say, come on in. Let's have some tea. Take all the gold you want. Just 10 minutes. Just fill up as much as you can. I mean, I don't know. We're gonna give him a nice bottle of snow grog and maybe it'll just smooth everything over.
I think the snow grog is probably worth at least the entire fortune. Just saying.
I mean, it probably is, honestly, and we probably shouldn't.
I'm gonna try not to give him the snow grog. It was just a case thing.
It's just a case thing. Yeah, but now Wendell's panicking. So he wasn't just actually expecting the dragon to be there. It'll be fine, I'm sure. You can find us here panicking every Monday and despairing every Tuesday for Mr. Ravenloft. And you'll find us this Friday for our once-a-month Aliens campaign, which is very deadly and stressful and despair. It's like a combination of Mondays and Tuesdays, just anxiety and despair. All wrapped up in a neat little bundle DM'd by producer Trev. So yeah, that'll be super fun. Thank you all so much for hanging out and watching. This was a blast. Yeah, we'll catch you guys next week. I don't really have anything else to say, just so have a good one, y'all.